Good morning and welcome to the show, and thanks for waking up with us today. This morning we're waking up here at Marine Max with Todd Hudgel, right by this beautiful sailfish boat. Now, what type of boat is this, and tell me about it.
These are great boats, Don. This is the Sailfish 240 center console, twin 150 Yamahas. It's efficient, fast, comfortable. Sailfish is a great brand. They've been around since the 80s. They're actually made in Cairo, Georgia, about 3 hours from here.
Wow.
By Sailfish. They use high-tech materials in the construction, fantastic hull design. These are the best running, best riding boats on the market for the money.
Is it like the best center console you can get?
Well, you know, that's hard to say. Of course, there's a lot of custom boats and that kind of thing, but for the average guy, there is no better built, better riding boat out there.
Now, is this for the fishermen? Is it for the family, or all the above?
So glad you asked. This is a good, hardcore fishing boat that has some incredible family-friendly features. Very comfortable boat, just as good at taking the wife and kids to the island as it is to going 40 miles offshore and bringing home the big snapper.
Well, maybe you can tell me about this center console and some of the features that it has.
Absolutely. The center console, big, roomy. There's a head inside the console,
Which is a bathroom in nautical parlance.
Exactly. Got a black powder-coated T-top, hard top, LED lights, just a ton of great high-tech features on this boat.
Wow. You know, and you've got a couple other little features on there, like a
Absolutely.
backrest and some other little ergonomic things that kind of make it a little more pleasant for the family.
There are some nice and unique family-friendly features on this boat that really put it above the competition.
Yeah, let's take a look at the engines. I'm always thrilled to look at that stuff. Well, Todd, these are pretty impressive engines that we're looking at here.
Yes, they are.
What's the advantage to having two as opposed to one? I mean, you've got two 150s, gives you 300 horsepower. Why not just have one 300 horsepower engine?
Well, a twin engine boat handles a little better at low speed, but most importantly, it gives you an extra engine to get home should you have a problem. Now, with these engines, this is the workhorse of the industry. They are very tried and true, extremely dependable and efficient engines. But, you know, anything can happen, and it's nice to have that peace of mind that you have a second engine to get you home should you have a problem.
I mean, if you're not really a good sailor, you might hurt one of these engines by running aground or whatever, who knows?
Absolutely, yeah.
But you've got to, and you got to back up, and it sounds like Yamaha engines are really the standard for the industry.
That
very
engine
reliable.
in particular certainly is, yes.
I'd love to take a look up top. Can we go in?
Great, yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Yeah. So Todd, this front of the boat, this bow here, is really family friendly. I know you've got one of the pads out, but this padded all around. It's just like a bow rider, like you would have on a family boat.
Absolutely. You can take the cushions out when you go fishing, put them in when you take the family to the island. It's very versatile, very comfortable. One of the neatest features of this boat is these backrests. They you lift and turn, gives you a comfortable place to sit facing forward. When you're fishing, you'll lift it again, turn it like this, gives you something to lean on while you're fighting a fish.
That's awesome.
It's really a neat feature.
Wow.
Really a neat feature.
That is cool. So you can just kind of, excuse me while I relax. Oh yeah, this is cool. I could see myself bouncing through the water this way. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
Now let's
the kids
take a look
love
at this.
it.
I bet they would. Kids do love this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Now what's going on over here? What's this door all about?
There's a head down below. Very spacious for a 24-foot boat.
Wow, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that thing. Wow.
Folds back, magnetic catch.
It's got a bathroom, a sink.
Absolutely.
Good grief.
And Sailfish uses great quality hardware. All the hardware is stainless steel, 316 stainless steel. It's they use good stuff. The boats really hold up.
And then we got the whole command center over here.
Nice console.
Yeah, beautiful console here, and plenty of room to add extra stuff if you need it.
Absolutely, there's room here for about any size or kind of electronics that you want to put on the boat. Radar, bottom machine. We generally don't order them with them, so you can pick whatever brand you want.
So you'll customize it and everything for us too, right?
Absolutely.
So what's the difference between this and maybe other center consoles that may not have this premium brand?
One of the big things about Sailfish is there's no wood in the construction, and their hull design is fantastic.
So you get a little smoother ride, perhaps?
Very soft riding boats. There's really nothing in their class that rides as good.
Well, Todd Hudgel from Marine Max, thanks so much for showing me this beautiful boat, and best of luck. And how do we get in touch with you if somebody wants to buy this thing?
Well, of course, we're here at Marine Max at 3506 Thomas Drive in Panama City Beach. Our phone number is 850-708-1317, and of course, marinemax.com.
Todd, thanks a lot for showing us this beautiful boat. and we'll be right back after your Waking Up with Don weather. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Christina Williams from Junior Leadership Bay. Christina, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I know you have a real job out there at Superior Residences.
Yes.
However, being the community-minded organization you work for, you actually participate in Junior Leadership Bay. Now,
Yeah.
I was a member of Leadership Bay. What's Junior Leadership Bay all about?
Junior Leadership Bay is the student version of Leadership Bay. So we get high school juniors to come participate in the program, and it allows them the opportunity to learn about Bay County with the hopes that they'll stay here, come back home if they go to college or use our universities here, but that they'll come and live in Bay County and work and be a part of our community.
You know, because you don't know what goes on. So many things go on in this county that you don't know about until you actually go looking for it sometimes. I mean, who knew?
That's right. Each month the students have a different session where they learn about different industries, healthcare, media. Today we're here visiting you because it's Media Day. We go to businesses and nonprofits and just all types of agencies in our community so that they can see what opportunities are afforded to them in this area.
Yeah, and the more you know, the more you can grow. And why would a, say, high school junior, is that it, want to be a member of Leadership Bay or Junior Leadership Bay?
Well, for the opportunity to learn about what Bay County has to offer, and at the end of it, there is scholarship opportunity. Each of the students gets the opportunity to apply for a scholarship that will pay for 2 years at Gulf Coast State College and at Florida State University Panama City campus.
Wow, that's awesome stuff. And also, you know, it shows community service and an interest in your community. So when it comes to college application time, this is a great thing to put on your resume.
Absolutely. And part of the class project is that they, as a group, have to come up with a project and execute it and do a community service project as well. So it builds team building, leadership skills, and gives back to the community to show that community spirit as well.
So it's just like Leadership Bay is for adults. Not that they're young adults though.
They are.
But they still have to come across with a class project. What are some of the class projects? I mean, have they determined what their project is for this year
They're
yet?
still working on theirs. They have not finalized their project idea yet. But last year they did a beautification day at one of the local schools. We've had them paint and decorate the hospital, the children's ward of the hospital, all kinds of different project ideas that they've done over the years.
Oh, that's great stuff, because I know for Leadership Bay, I mean, getting behind closed doors and trying to figure out what your project is going to be, yeah.
It's difficult, yes. I was in Leadership Bay as well.
I know, so you know how that whole process works. And you know, ideas come up, they go away, leaders come up, leaders fade away, and before you know it, it all shakes out, and it's about building a consensus.
Absolutely.
And that's an important skill, life skill as well.
It is, and last year's group, I know, had several project ideas, and like you said, one went away, one came in. We had several that emerged as leaders, and they did a great project. They did a Junior Leadership Bay awareness campaign in the high schools and created a video to show so that other students knew about this opportunity to participate in Junior Leadership Bay.
Now, what's the criteria for Junior Leadership Bay? Do you just have to show an interest, or do you have to have a certain GPA, or how's all that work?
Well, it's an application process, and they go through their guidance counselors at their schools. The schools actually work with the chamber. The Bay County Chamber sponsors this. They work with the guidance counselors, and they pick those students who are exemplary and have good ethics and are going to show up and participate.
Then I guess the steering committee sits around and you rack and stack and figure out who would make a good member for this year.
The guidance counselors pick.
They pick?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. It all comes out of the schools because they know the students better and know what they're capable of and who's going to be committed.
Well, Christina, we have to run off to a break, but on the other side of that, maybe we can meet some of the young adults who are part of Junior
I think
Leadership
they'd love
Day
that.
this year.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being had, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with some Junior Leadership Bay participants this year. And of course, you guys are always welcome on the show. And I have Madison and Megan. No, Megan and Madison.
Yes, sir.
Please don't call me sir. That's my dad. Hey, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. You know, I talked with Christina in the last segment about Junior Leadership Bay and what would motivate a young person to be part of that. Why did you apply to Junior Leadership Bay?
Well, I myself didn't grow up in Panama City, so I wasn't exposed to what Bay County is all about. So when I discovered the program, I thought it'd be great for me to apply. And hopefully be exposed to what I want to do for a living after high school and go into college and all of that good stuff.
And actually, that's kind of the way I got into Leadership Bay back in the olden days. Was I was new to Panama City, and I was stationed here with the Air Force, and I wanted to learn more about Bay County, and went to Leadership Bay. That's perfect. What do you want to do when you graduate? Do you have any idea?
I'm interested in film, so it's great being on the show today. But I'm still kind of undecided, but hopefully this will steer me in the right direction with the program.
Oh, good. How about you, Madison? Why did you apply to Leadership Bay?
My family has grown up in Panama City, and they really built a background here, and I wanted to know all about it and how I could be a part of the city as well.
Yeah. And what do you think has been so far the most notable thing that you may have learned?
Just kind of going through the businesses and how to take part in them, because there's so many different roles in the businesses in Bay County. So just kind of, I don't know, all the different things that we've done.
And who knew there was a little studio here, right?
Yeah.
Right in Fox 28. Who knew? I mean, did you know this was even here?
I did not.
I didn't.
You wouldn't know if you weren't in Junior Leadership Bay. Or unless, of course, you're a fan of the show, like my millions of other people who watch this every day. No, they really don't. But at any rate, I have tens of people who watch this show. Now, what school do you go to, Megan?
I go to Arnold High School.
Arnold High School, and how do you like it there so far?
I like it very much. It's treated me very well. All my teachers are really great, and I love the students there.
Go Marlins. Madison, how about you? Where do you go to school?
I go to North Bay Haven. I recently switched there from a different high school, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, well, and I tell you, Bay Haven has an excellent reputation. And my son went to Bay Haven Middle School, I guess it was, Bay Haven Charter Academy. We had a really good experience there. How about you? What do you want to do when you finally graduate? I guess you want to go to college or go to work? Or?
I plan to go to college, and I'd love to major in journalism and mass communication, and I really like sports broadcasting.
Sports broadcasting, that's awesome. Not a lot of ladies in that field.
I know,
it's mostly kind of a guy-dominated thing, for the most part. Now, have either of you given any thought to what college you want to go to yet, or are you still kind of looking around?
I'm still looking, but our collegiate studies program has done different college things, have come and visited, and I'm interested in UCF, but I'm still not sure.
If you had to give, Madison, maybe a quick commercial or any advice to maybe a high schooler who might be interested in applying to Junior Leadership Bay or participating in it, what would your advice be?
I would say definitely do it, because you really learn a lot about Panama City and maybe stuff you didn't know about it, and it really helps you decide where you want to go after high school and what you want to do with the rest of your life.
Yeah, and I remember, my son, I remember when he was in high school, and I was talking with him about, colleges and career, and I was like, now's the time you start building your resume. Now is the time. When you're a junior in high school, people are already applying to, say, service academies and to colleges, and you're taking all your tests and your SATs and whatever else you need to take. And now's the time to start getting serious about it. Unlike me, who was a junior in high school who didn't have a clue, you guys seem to have it pretty well charted out. And I think Junior Leadership Bay is probably a good way to go.
It's a very good way to go, yeah.
So you would totally recommend it?
Definitely so.
Well, Madison and Megan, thank you so much for being so brave and coming on the show and putting up with me. And good luck with your studies.
Thank you.
And good luck with Leadership Bay. And at the end of your class, I want you to come on back and tell me about your class project.
Okay,
thank
you.
you.
All right, awesome. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Jay with Gears Transmissions. We have a show here on Fox on Sunday nights at 9:30. We are now part of the Waking Up with Don family, and today's tech tip is on transmissions. And let me explain to you a few things. Transmissions, the nature of human beings is to push off something as long as you possibly can. You might feel a shifting, irregular shift. You might feel a sputter, a delay engagement, all kinds of things that are signs that something might be going wrong. Believe it or not, that's a sign and an indication that there is something going wrong. When a check engine light comes on, just because it says check engine doesn't mean it's directed to the engine. It can also store the code for the transmission. On a recent tech tip, I told you about a clean that we use called Quick Clean. Let me talk to you about servicing your transmission. If you're feeling those delayed engagements or no reverse, folks, a service on your transmission will not fix your problem. Don't be suckered into the biggest racket in the market. Do not service your transmission until someone looks at it that is certified and can tell you what's going on, because transmission fluid is high in solvent and detergent, which means it's designed to clean the transmission's insides to prevent dirt and buildup and debris. So many people make the mistake over and over again of running into a place, getting a quick transmission service for 99 bucks. 2 days later, they're in a parking lot broke down somewhere. Don't get me wrong, we're in the business to make money, but we're also in the business to help our fellow man and our neighbor. You can swing it by here at Gears, we'll look at it for free. Our transmission services start at $49.95 here, but that's not the point. The point is this: please don't get taken advantage of. When you feel a delayed engagement or an irregular shift pattern, a service will not fix that. Come by or go to a center somewhere and let them look at it.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here at Elliott Vocal Studios and Talent Agency, and I'm here with Cy Cassiano. Cy, thanks so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Well, hey, Cy, I've heard you sing before. You got a big voice for a small guy.
Thank you.
What are you going to sing for us today?
I will be singing It Will Rain by Bruno Mars.
Love Bruno Mars. Well, I'm going to get out of your way, and we're going to have Cy Cassiano sing It Will Rain by Bruno Mars.
If you ever leave me, baby, leave some aspirin at my door, 'cause it will take a whole lot of medication to realize what we used to have. We don't have it anymore. There's no religion that could save it. No matter how long my knees are on the floor. Oh, so keep in mind all the sacrifices I'm making to keep you by my side, to keep you from walking out the door. 'Cause there'll be no sunlight if I lose you, baby, and there'll be no clear skies if I lose you, baby. And just like the clouds, my eyes will do the same if you walk away. Every day it will rain, rain, I'll never be your mother's favorite. Your daddy can't even look me in the eye. Ooh, if I was in their shoes, I'd be doing the same thing. And there goes my little girl, that troublesome guy, but they're just afraid of something they can't understand. Ooh, well, little darling, watch me change their minds. Yeah, for you I'll try, I'll try, I'll try, I'll try. I'll pick up these broken